Bro, you have niggas that work 9 to 5s, 8 to 4s. They clock in every day. They got higher ups, all type of shit, suit and tie. Talking about some gunner snitch. I'll never do that. Nigga, shut your ass up. It's your boy Online Davo, and he back with that video. All right, look, you about to get a video by Blackie Speaks. Young Thug exposed the street code. I don't know what he could have exposed. I wasn't already exposed that we didn't already know about. But we about to find out right now. Let's get right into it.
Now, Young Thug, one of the most popular rappers out of Atlanta, has been caught up in snitching allegations that could ruin his career.
What?
The internet has been going crazy after an alleged audio leaked claiming to show Young Thug cooperating with detectives. Thug quickly denied it, firing off a series of tweets defending himself, but whether it's real or not, the question still stands. Did Young Thug just expose the street code for what it really is? In my opinion, if you ask me, I think he did. Back in May 2022, Atlanta rapper Young Thug's life took a dramatic turn. He was arrested alongside 27 members of his YSL crew and got hit with a RICO that included over 60 charges, including drug trafficking, firearm possession, and more. Thug was denied bail and ended up spending over 2 years behind bars in Fulton County Jail. By the time his case finally went to trial in November 2023, it had already become one of the most heavily covered legal battles in rap history. After losing over 900 days locked up, Thug eventually struck a deal in October 2024. He pled guilty to multiple gang, drug, and gun charges, while also pleading no contest on a racketeering.
Damn, why they got my nigga looking like the damn Grinch? God damn.
Conspiracy charge. The judge hit him with 40 years, but in reality, it turned into just 15 years of probation. And although Thug could finally walk free, there were very strict conditions, like he can't return to Atlanta except for family emergencies or events.
Bro, 15 years probation, that's a long, and that's hella long. I mean, I would, if I was in a nigga situation, hell yeah. But that's if I really intend on changing my life around. Like, if I know I'm finna just be out here doing whatever, I'm lying. I'm still gonna take the 15 regardless, but I'm just hope and pray I don't get caught again.
Has to perform anti-gang presentations in the community and can't be seen promoting gang culture in any ways. And after all that, Thug went through after showing his disdain for snitches, now Thug is caught up in a situation that tells a whole nother story. So there's this audio that leaked a few days ago of supposedly Young Thug cooperating with detectives. So in one of these clips, you can hear Young Thug talking about how he's made promises, I'm assuming, to keep his mouth shut, right? And then he says, and I'm paraphrasing, whatever you want to know, I'll tell you, speaking to the detective, just don't tell the world.
Listen.
Yes, sir.
Promises. Make promises. Just keep promises. Whatever you anytime you ever think you want to know anything, tell me. I'll tell you anything. But don't tell the world.
What's your number?
Yes, you can.
Hey,
I don't have your number.
Whatever.
well, give it to me. If you ain't give it to her, you...
And then in this
See, so he out here. Okay, nigga, how you gonna tell the police that you made promises? Don't that defeat the promise, nigga? Like, I promise not to tell y'all anything. So you gonna tell the niggas that you promise not to tell anything too? That you promise not to tell them anything? Like what? See, niggas be trying to work their way around snitching and all that. They be thinking they slick.
other audio of Young Thug, you can hear him name dropping Pee Wee Roscoe.
This motherfucker Wayne from New Orleans. I'm from Atlanta. This nigga was in Atlanta and I was in New Orleans. I said, what the fuck? That was so weird. This nigga damn shot at this nigga to us. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know who the fuck did it. They said Roscoe, but I don't want to. I ain't finna.
Oh yeah, this nigga snitched. If that nigga ain't snitched fully, that nigga definitely like moist snitch. Like there's like dry snitching, there's moist snitching, and there's full on snitching. This might be like moist snitching, cause he ain't like he kind of said like it could have been him. That's weird though. Why you name dropping niggas? See, the thing that's why I couldn't be in the streets, bro. That's why I couldn't be in the streets. Cause I know I was snitch. I already know. Like I'm a law abiding citizen. Like hell nah, niggas try to recruit me to a gang. I have to look nah, bro. I'm a snitch ass nigga, bro. I'll cooperate with the police. You don't want me around y'all while y'all doing illegal shit. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to block. I don't want to block out y'all case by saying.
Who was the man who shot up Lil Wayne's tour bus back in 2015. He's close with Thug, worked as his tour manager, and he did time for this crime. So Thug is allegedly cooperating with the police, even name dropping Lil Wayne in the interrogation room. Now this audio has allegedly been out for some time, and I had never really heard about it, but it just went viral on the internet.
I
And
never heard of it.
Thug responded right away on X, formerly known as Twitter, shutting down all the allegations. He tweeted, "They didn't play my interrogation video in court case. I helped my brother. #ratware?" ? Basically saying if
Oh, so he trying to say just because it wasn't used in the court, it don't count. Nah, I don't know, bro. See, nigga be trying to... See, that's the thing, right? When it comes to this, that's why the game is fucked up. The street code, there is no street code, bro. Because niggas gonna find any way to work around it. Niggas can make up any excuse to snitch. So what's the point of even trying to make it seem like it's a big deal? Because they know if one nigga, the first nigga that snitched and ain't get away with it, that showed everybody else that, okay, you can snitch if you just, you feel me? If you do it a certain way. Yeah.
you really snitched, why wouldn't prosecutors have used it against him? After that, Pee Wee Roscoe, the same guy who was accused of shooting up Lil Wayne's tour bus back in 2015, came out defending Young Thug. He said, "Jeff clean as Listerine. He did what a real street nigga was supposed to do." Now, I'm sure most people know how vocal Young Thug has been about snitches. Most famously, after his release, he's condemned.
Well, nigga, if you a rapper and you a rap, you gotta just go gospel. Hey, nigga, it's time for you to go gospel, Young Thug. It's time. Shit, nigga. You be the lead. Hey, you be the lead singer. Fuck it.
Rapper Gunna, who also used to be a part of his YSL crew and did time in the feds for the RICO. Gunna eventually got out, ran up a bag, did his thing, and now he's one of the more successful rappers out there. His career is doing extremely well. But the controversy around his name was that when he eventually got out, Gunna took an Alfred plea deal. Basically, it's a way for you to formally accept guilt in court so you can take the deal, but at the same time, you can still say you're innocent. It's like kind of like telling the judge, "I didn't do this, but I'll take the punishment anyway." And that's how the Snitching label got stamped on Gunna. There's absolutely no proof that he actually shared anything in detail, but his reputation took a hit within the street side of hip-hop as a result of that. And then
It's crazy too? If that nigga had like a public defender or something, he probably wouldn't even got that type of deal. That nigga probably got cooked. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you really got money, bro, you could buy your freedom. Shit, you could buy laws and plea deals that nobody knew existed, but only your lawyer know because they make enough money to know that, to need to know that. You know what I'm saying? Damn.
Now, ironically, we have Young Thug doing any and everything he can prove to strangers on the internet that he's not a snitch. The so-called street code, particularly in hip-hop, is one of the most hypocritical things I've ever witnessed. A lot of these guys, document their crimes in their music. They always talk about how real they are, why they never speak to the police, but obviously all that is an image that they're selling. It's a very powerful...
Well, I put it like this, bro. If there's 10 street rappers, right? That's in front of you. Name any 10 niggas off the top of your head. I would say only three of them probably wouldn't snitch. You know what I'm saying? Push come to shove. Or only 3 of them is really living exactly what they say. That's like, I say so about 30%. That's kind of pushing it. You can even say 2 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Really 2 out of 10 is living that life, what they rapping about. Cause some niggas really, cause that's the thing, right? There's a street code, there's a streets, there's gangs and shit like that, right? And within those, it's usually like 2 type of people. You know what I'm saying? Or it's about 3 type of people. It's the ones that really living and dying by that shit, like no matter what, all they know is the hood, all they know is the block, all they know is they 4-block radius, like that's all they know. And that's all they want to know. And then you got the other one, right? You got the second one, who's half stepping. You know what I'm saying? He kinda with it. He done did a few things, but he also not like fully in the sense of like he probably not willing to die behind that shit. You know what I'm saying? And like he probably, like it's a circumstantial kind of thing. He's like, and then you got the third one. That's the nigga that act like he from the hood, that act like he want to be from the hood, and then when the push come to shove, he not ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's 3 of them, And I would say a lot of these rappers is probably in like the second one, the second and first one. And then only like 10 to 20% is like really living and dying behind that shit. Because once you hit a certain age also, and once you start seeing like money, like real money, you like, damn, I don't even want to, like, what the fuck? I ain't going back over there. Like, hell nah, I'm over here in the hills. Like, fuck the block. I'm done with y'all niggas. So it's like, There ain't no street code, bro.
Powerful image because it
Never been a
projects a
code.
fake kind of authenticity and boldness that you don't typically see in the real world. And the fans, they eat all that shit up. But obviously, it's all marketing, it's all branding, and in the end, it's a product. And speaking of the so-called street code in general, honestly, it's one of the most backward things I've ever witnessed or seen in my entire life. It's protect the streets over protecting the community or one's own family. It glorifies loyalty to chaos and dysfunction instead of loyalty to one's own life. And
Right.
I'm sure we all know this, but there's no honor among thieves, right? These are the same people who, when someone from their crew gets locked up, they end up trying to fuck his baby mama and pretend like they have like a shared bond, which really it's not built on anything, right? Because when
Yeah.
you look at what happens in a lot of these cases, when they eventually are in that cold interrogation room, you see how fast they turn on each other. I mean, you even saw this in the YSL case itself. Half the members cooperated with the feds the same second they got arrested. The
Damn.
biggest lie that's been told is that there's morals among this group of people who have no issues with shooting at anything that moves, which includes women and children. There's absolutely no structure to how things are done.
But it is also, man, some of these niggas, they just don't want to work a job. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, actually, nah. That came out wrong. But I'll put it like this, right? It's like, okay, say they don't want to work a job, they don't like getting told what to do. So what's your next option? You either gonna turn to the streets in which you kind of your own boss, you know what I'm saying? You kind of do what the hell you want to do, you know? Or you gotta, somehow kind of create a business, but how you gonna create a business with no money if you never want to work a job? Or you feel like, or you think that you're not, because some of these be like, nah, I ain't meant to work no job. Like, nigga, how you know? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you know you're not meant to work a job, nigga? Just because you can't listen to some instructions from someone? Like, what? Man, nah, ain't no, like I said, ain't no honor amongst these, bro. Like, yeah, I fight. Yeah, there be some true friendships within it. There be some true brotherhoods, like things like really like twin, like they really locked in, like that's my brother. But nah, bro.
Because the whole thing is built on lawlessness. When there's
That
no
shit
structure,
dead.
there's no real way of operating, especially in times of pressure. And that's why the so-called street code falls apart the moment somebody's facing real time. In that interrogation room, survival takes over and survival has no rules. And then we have guys like Gunna who get shunned for separating themselves from that energy, and they're the ones who get called fake. No, that guy didn't fold. He made the smartest possible decision that he could make, which was cut off the bad energy, roll in a different circle, put down a cup, pick up some better habits. I'm sure a lot of
I ain't
people...
gonna lie, that nigga got out and turned his life around. You know what I'm saying? Bro, this any nigga out there, bro, you have niggas that work 9 to 5s, 8 to 4s, they clock in every day, they got higher ups, all type of shit, suit and tie, talking about some Gunna is snitch. I'll never do that. Nigga, shut your ass up. The fuck? That's the thing. I'm a 9 to 5 type of nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, only reason I got these opinions, only reason I got this type of, I could actually not speak on it, but, I'm not, like, blinded. It's like, bro, it's kind of where you grow up at. You know what I mean? If you grow up in the hood, surrounded with those type of people, and those people are in close proximity to you, you're going to see how they operate. You're not just going off of what you see on the internet. No, you really see this shit in real life. Like, you really see niggas have to decide whether they're going to snitch, or they going to, are they going to save themselves, or really take those years. And some niggas take those years, other niggas don't. And when you see that shit in real life, you can really, you can really, like, understand why a nigga would snitch. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't fault Gunna for what he did. You do what you had to do, bro.
have seen Gunna's fitness transformation. He's doing very good health-wise. Meanwhile, the street side is the one that's really losing, because take away the image and what are you really left with? Jail time, a bad record, fake friends, your BM getting fucked on, money you can't spend. That's the side that doesn't get glorified because that's not the so fancy aspect. I mean, think about it. You make a bunch of money in the streets. What can you really do with it? Because anything under your name isn't going to cut it. You've been unemployed for the last 10 years, and then suddenly you go to Chase trying to, deposit a bunch of drug money, and then that's when you end up in one of those body cam videos.
I mean, niggas could, that's the thing, right? If there's also some people that get in the streets, right, say they don't want to work a job, but they're like, damn, I need to make some quick cash because I want to, there's a few that are like, okay, let me make some quick cash so I can open up a business. Okay, how you gonna open up a business? You gotta do a cash business. You got vending machines, laundry mats, shit. That's the two I can think off the top of my head. But it's like, My bad. But it's like, yeah, if you open up a cash business, you could actually start making some legit money, you know? And it's not as hard as people think, to be honest. Like, I tried to, you feel me? I was getting into the vending machine business at one point, and it wasn't really that hard to get into, to be honest. So I could see a nigga that come with 10,000 cash. He got off of robbing, selling weed, stealing, and like, you know, starting a business, to be honest. But it's like, there's only so many people that think that way that's in the streets. Because it's kind of like, if you could think that way, why not do it legally and save you time? So it's like, you know.
This is how a lot of street rappers' careers actually get started. Either they front somebody money who end up laundering it for them through music or another type of business, or they get fronted money themselves from a, let's say, investor. I think we really have to start changing the narrative on the street shit, man, because the fact that it's 2025 and this lifestyle is still being glorified by grown men is crazy. It doesn't offer anything productive in the real world. As a matter of fact, it's pure destruction, and we know that because we've seen what happens when people...
Niggas be saying they big homies, they got little homies, all that. Yeah, alright, bro. If you had a real big homie, bro, they try to make sure you stay out the streets, bro. And like, you know, every nigga that's on the block, you know, they're not in the gang necessarily. And it's like, but you also, it's like, you know, they could be there. It's kind of like when you're in high school. It's kind of like when you're in high school, bro. You got a friend group. You got a friend group that's, you know, higher education. They want to go to college. You got another friend group that's kind of just doing their thing. It's kind of just, you know, you got a friend group that may be in the streets a little bit. And it's like, it all depends on which friend group you gravitate to as you get older. That's going to determine kind of how your life go. You know, the people you surround yourself with. And it's like, if all you surrounded is by street people and gangs, that's all you're going to know. Unless someone show you, unless you got a real big homie that's like, look, bro, this life ain't for you. This life ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? Go to college, bro. Do what I didn't do. Take it from me. Go to college, bro. Whoopty whoop whoop whoop. Niggas gotta look out for you. You know what I'm saying? Niggas say they're your brother. They're not your brother for real.
Entertain that way of living. You know how many people are in the morgue currently or doing life in prison, which is basically being dead because they thought they were following a street code? The amount of potential that's been wasted is crazy, and I think it's time we start looking at it by calling a spade, which is, it's lame. There's no honor in it. The so-called street code doesn't exist, and the sad part is there's a lot of people who find out too late. I do want to say that a lot of them are products of their own environment, but I do want to say that the majority are a product of their decisions which led them to that lifestyle. It's a myth that keeps on getting perpetuated and sold to the masses because there's money in selling the image. Anyway, I think Young Thug kind of exposed that the street code most definitely is a myth, but, you know, what do you guys think? Curious to see what you guys have to say.
Man, the street code been dead since forever, bro. There never really been a code for it. You know what I'm saying? They just kind of just made up their own rules. You know, you got some shit. You got some gangs out here, some people out here, they whole little group would just be of them backdooring people. And it's like, damn, I'm in a group that backdoors other people. How I know this nigga not gonna backdoor me? Because he said he not? Like, what? Like, the street's been dead, bro. You know what I'm saying? Thug, sadly, according to the street code, you a snitch. You know what I'm saying? You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, bro, you better start making some gospel music, my nigga. That's the only thing you really can do. I mean, niggas still gonna listen to him because, like I said, that shit all fake in the end anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's all entertainment. Don't let these niggas fool you. You know what I'm saying? They're not living like that. All right, that's what all I gotta say, though. I'm gone. Peace.